Hello, and welcome to Success Stories with Key, where you get a chance to see success from the eyes of someone who is achieving success. What is success? Success means different things to different people. I'm interested in hearing from these people to find out about their achievements, their challenges, and their keys to success. This week, I have the honor of speaking with Eliot Harper. Hello, Eliot, and welcome to Success Stories with Key.
Oh, thank you so much for the invitation.
Eliot is an author, data architect, and a veritable guru when it comes to Salesforce Marketing Cloud. He's a 6 times Salesforce MVP and was inducted into the MVP Hall of Fame in 2023. Eliot frequently shares his knowledge and expertise. He is a regular speaker at local and international events. He's written books about Marketing Cloud, his first book being Journey Builder Developer's Guide, and then AmpScript Guide, and more recently, Salesforce Data Cloud Architect's Handbook. So tell us about yourself. Who is the real Eliot?
Great question. I'm still trying to figure out that for myself. But look, I'm a 40-something guy with a wife and a family of 4 children. So we actually live in the middle of country New South Wales, Australia, in a place called Orange, which is probably around 4.5 hours out from Sydney. So we're living on this 19-acre off-grid property and have adopted materials, technology, and techniques that really use the renewable resources around us, including things like a solar and battery system, obviously, harvesting heat from an underground network of water pipes to heat our house using a geothermal system, a rebed system to treat grey water, just to mention a few. So they're just, I enjoy looking at areas where we can leverage technology to achieve a low impact lifestyle.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. So let's jump straight into it. What are some of your proudest achievements?
Well, I mean, becoming a dad for the first time was a proud moment, but I assume you're referring to my career achievements. Well, look, I mean, being awarded Salesforce MVP back in 2017 was certainly a proud moment for me. And also, I'd say when I published my first book, which was on Journey Builder Developer's Guide back in 2015, was really an accomplishment that I was very proud of.
Why are you proud of these achievements?
Well, I mean, becoming an MVP really meant a lot to me, as there's some legendary trailblazers that I really look up to who received this award. And it was really great to receive this recognition for my work and contribution to the community. And on authoring a book, I mean, writing a book was something that I actually didn't think I was capable of. I mean, it's a massive undertaking. But from going through the process, I actually found something that I was quite good at.
When you first started out, did you think you'd be doing what you're doing today?
I mean, it depends when you define starting out. I mean, I was certainly definitely not. I mean, I've actually had several careers. When I left school, I served in the British Army for several years, and then went on to university and got my bachelor's and then master's degree in printing. So a completely different industry, and I've had counselling for that. But no, I could have never imagined that I'd end up in this digital marketing space, and more recently in data architecture.
Fantastic. So along the course of your career, you've had many different career changes. I'm assuming you would have experienced some failures?
Yeah, look, I've had many failures, and I haven't kept tabs on them all, but I guess more recently in the past 10 years that I've been working on ExactTarget, now Marketing Cloud, I've had many failures. I recall Adam Spriggs, who actually co-authored my more recent book, the AmpScript Guide, with me. He taught me way back in 2018 that you learn Marketing Cloud by making mistakes. And he was right. The biggest mistake you make, the more you learn. And I've made many of them, mostly from trying to make Marketing Cloud do something that it was never designed to do in the first place. Like creating a CDP and using it as a CDP, or making automations do handstands and create highly complex processes that are exceptionally hard to maintain.
So you mentioned some of these failures was trying to do Marketing Cloud to do stuff that it couldn't do. So how did you overcome these failures?
Look, and I probably ended up in that position in the first place, in that I find it's kind of easy to stick with what you know and stay in that comfort zone. Oh, I know server-side JavaScript's not going to write a script that does this or that. So whether that's, I don't know, building script activities in Automation Studio, when actually you should really be processing this data outside of the platform. Maybe that's building a Node.js app running on Heroku, or maybe it's writing a server-side function that's like a Lambda function or Cloudflare Worker or Google Cloud Function, Azure function, or trying to perform maybe advanced analytics in SQL by writing queries in Automation Studio, when you should really be using a BI tool. So I've learned to overcome these failures and challenges by just investing time in acquiring new skills. So not just staying in my comfort zone, but stepping out of it and learning something new.
What advice would you give to others when it comes to challenges and failures?
I'd say embrace failure. Fail fast and fail often. Never be too afraid or too proud to acknowledge your failures. So just learn from it and do it differently next time, quite simply.
Let's talk about success. How do you define success?
Yes, success to me means it has to be measurable. Success is accomplishing a goal. And I actually, I feel I succeed or strive to succeed by setting myself goals every single day. I start each day or morning by writing out a list of tasks that I set out to accomplish. And just on these little cards, I have up to 10 tasks. It's quite a very simple system. And I rank myself throughout the day on how I'm tracking against those goals. And basically, it's all about keeping yourself accountable, particularly if you're working remotely like I do.
What are some of the things you have done that have made you successful?
It's actually from learning from others. Not to. I think it's easy to stay in a bubble, but it's important to not to. It's important to break out and learn from others in the community and others around you. And I like that well-used metaphor of standing on the shoulders of giants, which basically means using the understanding gained by major thinkers who have gone through all of this before in order to make progress. And so there are many giants in the specific industry and markets that we serve. And I'm certainly not going to start by calling them all out. They know who they are. And I don't want to miss someone. But that's my advice: is learn from others.
Why do you say this is important?
It's too hard to achieve this by yourself. Well, two things to answer that question. Firstly, let me go back to measuring success. If you want to be successful, it's important to have a plan. And so I think it's very important to have measurable goals and learn from others and their mistakes. So, it's like standing on the shoulders of giants. You're not only looking at their successes, but also, their failures. And it might be someone in industry, it might not. It might be Richard Branson, and his many kind of fallen many times on his kind of path to success, but obviously in addition to your own. So learn from other failures and kind of great achievers out there, and what they did.
Fantastic, thank you. So what I try to do now is play back my interpretation of your keys to success. I think it revolves around the central theme of learning from others, learning from your mistakes. And when it comes to mistakes, embrace them and do it differently the next time. And the most important thing is that you need to learn and develop new skills. And to do so, you must invest time to make it happen. Is this an accurate summary of what you've shared?
I couldn't have said it better myself. That's a perfect summary. Thanks, Kate.
My final question: what advice would you give to your younger self?
Gosh. Well, firstly, obviously, I could give myself a lot of relationship advice, saying don't date her. But anyway, but aside from that, I'd say that just embrace a challenge. Don't put off. I'm a great procrastinator, and that's, I think, one of my mistakes that I've made. I could have achieved so much more so quickly if I just motivated myself and not procrastinated, and embraced challenges. I think that we see kind of new emerging platforms, and we're just look at putting off. Oh, I'll get round to it. I'll learn about this new and emerging, either it's a technique or feature, perhaps even a product. But my advice is to don't put it off. Learn it now.
Fantastic. That's great advice. Thank you so much for being so generous with your time to share your insights and your experience and your keys to success with me.
Great. Thanks, Key.
If you found this useful, please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Follow Key to Success so you can benefit from my learnings as I undertake my own journey to success.